Hey guys, the G1 Bumblebee here, returning for another Transformers review. And this is a redo review of Transformers Energon Hotshot. I'm redoing this guy because my original review was it was dark and you couldn't really see anything. And my camera was planted down on the thing right in front of it and stuff, so I want to do a redo of this guy. And also I sort of did, that was a bad video. So here's Hotshot as a yellow car again. And I actually kind of like this guy. My friend had the Armada Hotshot, and for some reason it was his favorite toy. I don't know, but or was it the Universal one? I can't remember which one it was, but um, I have this guy, and I didn't like it, but I like this one. I can't remember if it was it the Armada. If it was the Armada I didn't like. I can't remember, but he had a lot of Transformers. He rolls, and he squeaks, but I don't have his weapons for him. I think the weapons that I showed in the other, if I did, I can't remember, but I think the weapons I showed with him were downshifts, which I'm also going to do a redo of. But here he is, and he's a pretty cool yellow car. He was one of the first to actually have opened up doors and an engine block. So yeah, you can pose them all like, yeah, my doors can open and yours can't, Optimus. But yeah, he's pretty cool, and he actually had a clip right in there for his weapon, and it would come up over. And I wish I had his weapons, but whatever. Um, but anyway, he has a very simple transformation. A lot of the Armada did, and not Armada. A lot of the Energon. And Energon was actually my favorite line because of a feature that they had. And remember, I was a kid when this came out, and I loved Energon. I grew up with Armada, Energon, and Cybertron. Energon was not my favorite of the three. My favorite was Cybertron, but I like the gimmick that they had with the Autobots here. But and I'll show that off later on. But the Transformer, you want to start by pulling down his legs, and then taking these pieces and sort of you can push those up and then bring them down like that. Fold up the spoiler like that, and then come in here and flip up the feet. Go ahead and separate his legs. Next, you want to sort of, this back piece is on a double hinge. Just want to bring it down. Butt's right there. Open up his hood, then fold it down while you're bringing this engine block up around, and then bring his head up, and it's like has a weird looking peg things, and it'll go onto the power link thing right there. Take these doors and open them up this way, then bring out his arms. And there you have Hotshot transformed. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like this figure. It's not a good figure, but I just like the way it looks. They were very show accurate in Energon. But I mean, articulation wise they weren't, but toy wise, yeah, they were show accurate. At least to me. But yeah, I like him, but it's just I don't like his articulation, and he's just a block. I mean, you can move his arms around and stuff, forward and back, and bend him at the elbow, but you can't really bring him out unless you disconnect his arm. So yeah, but I still like this guy. Now, articulation wise, his arm is on a ball joint, double hinged elbow. Like I said, this is a very loose ball joint. His leg can go forward, and I think this is mainly for the gimmick, but there is a hinge right here. So you can see, you can bend it forward like that, and then you can bring it out, and then swivel at the knee and stuff, and foot stuff, but you wouldn't really use that. If you're going to pose this guy, this is how I like to pose him. Like that. That's how I pose Hotshot. Now, if you wanted, you can put those down, but in the show they were out, so I like to leave them out. And I actually think that's kind of cool looking. My friend thinks it looks retarded, but I like it. Anyway, they did have a gimmick in this line, so I don't have anything that actually. Yeah, hold on a second. whoops, something just fell off my shelf. I'm going to get downshift into his power links mode here for a second. Okay, so I don't have him completely in his power links mode, but you'll see that later. They had the combining thing, and this is why I liked them, because it gave it more playability. And I didn't get a lot of Energon figures. I think I only had maybe, I know I had one. I can't remember who it was. I think I had Cliff Jumper. Yeah, I think I had Cliff Jumper, and no, I had Ironhide. That's who I had. I had Ironhide. And I never had anyone to combine him with. So to get him into his torso mode, you basically just want to fold back up his arms, fold down the doors, then you want to fold back the doors like that, take his feet, fold them in, and then fold his head up and back into the back. Then you just want to take his crotch and split it in half. Yep, splitting Hot Shot's crotch in half. Open the back up so you can sort of just pull out his head, rotate it around. There's two little tiny slots on these that'll peg into holes on that thing that's on his neck, on his head, and they'll sort of hold it, and then there you have Hot Shot in torso mode. And you would basically just combine them. And yeah, I like Hot Shot's torso mode. It's the best of his two modes. So I'm going to put him back in robot mode so I can show you the leg mode. I can't get them to stand. Hold on a second. Okay, guys, so we're going to get Hot Shot into his leg mode now. Now, you better just watch. Just watch. Fold in his arms. Fold down the doors. Are you watching? Are you watching? Okay. Fold the doors and arms to the back. Take his head, fold it in, and put it back into the hood of the car. I'm done. Then you can take someone like Downshift here, which is the only one that I have. I like to call it Wheeljack, though. He looks like Wheeljack. And then there, you have them transformed. Not transformed, but combined. That's his torso. That's his leg mode. I do not like his leg mode. I like his body mode, but if they would have cut this down halfway, I think it would have been good. I love Downshift's torso mode, but we'll get to that later on in a different video. But yeah, I don't want to go through the articulation in these modes because I think it's pretty useless. But yeah, it's cool. It gave it a lot of playability, and it gave you sort of a bigger figure. But yeah, I think most kids would probably have used Hot Shot as a torso. So anyway, this is the G1 Bumblebee here with Armada Hot Shot. So not Armada, Energon Hot Shot. I'm sorry, but anyway, but please rate, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.